I'm C. Eric Scott, and this is One Man Taste Test. On this episode, I'll actually be doing an unboxing of a kitchen gadget known as a sous vide machine. Now, I'm sure you're asking yourself, what is sous vide? Sous vide is actually French for under vacuum. However, in this case, what it will be referring to is a method of cooking where you heat up water to a constant temperature, and you can cook very precisely when you do that. This is the Joule, and it says Joule by Chef Steps. I have since learned in my research that this company actually got bought by Breville, or Breville, however you want to pronounce it. And so now it is Breville that sells these. But this is a sous vide machine. And basically, all the research I've done, most people seem to think that this is the best or very near the top of sous vide machines that are on the market. So basically, I know this looks really odd. It's a cylinder, like I said, that will heat up water very quickly. Now this one is app-based, and so I'm really excited to see what that's all about. But anyway, I got this thing for a really good price. It was on clearance. These things normally sell, if you look them up on Amazon or other places online, this thing normally sells for anywhere from $200 to $250, and this one was on clearance for $120. So basically, not quite half price, but still, I think a pretty good deal for getting into one. So anyway, we're going to go ahead and unbox it and see what we're looking at. And then I actually have also bought a steak the other day, and I'm going to give that a try. Anyway, so yes, with the Joule, with this device, one thing I found is that in order to use this to cook your food in a food bath, you basically, again, the under vacuum part means you need to have your food in some sort of a vacuum sealed container that you then put into the bath of water. So what I found is that you can use Ziploc freezer bags or some type of freezer bag, or you can actually, if you have a vacuum sealer, you can use that to seal your food in a vacuum. And I may go that route someday if I really get into this. But while I didn't really know that I wanted to trust the Ziploc bag, I didn't want to spend a lot of money on a vacuum sealer yet. I came across another thing that you can use, and that is reusable silicone bags. And there's a company called Stasher that makes these reusable silicone bags. And it says that you can use these bags for storage, for freezing. But one thing that's really good is it also says right on the back, sous vide ready. So that means that you can actually put your food right inside this with, I guess, your seasonings, and then you would put this down in the bath with the sous vide machine. So just to try it, I ended up buying a couple different sizes here. I got this kind of a medium size. This is I believe this is the largest size that this company Stasher is the brand that I went with. That one is, I believe, their largest, and then I also went with this size, which is about like a sandwich size. They do make some other sizes. You can check out their website, and as I've discovered, a lot of places carry these bags. You can buy them online or places like Target, Bed Bath & Beyond, so on and so forth. So anyway, I bought those to try this thing out. So now we're going to get back to the unboxing of the Joule, which in my case is Joule by Chef Steps, but again, like I said, Breville now owns this company. So I happen to have a knife here, so I'm going to use that because this thing is sealed in plastic. So I'll just grab a corner here, and it looks like I need to sharpen this knife. This is not very, very sharp, and this is actually a Swiss Army knife, but that should be enough for me to open this packaging. And so I have now removed the shrink wrap. It looks like this comes as a sleeve around another cardboard box. Let's go over some of the quick features. It says Wi-Fi and Bluetooth compatible, 1100 watts of power, magnetic base, which apparently is something that's kind of unique to this particular model. A lot of the other sous vide machines that I looked at clip onto the side of your pot or your container that you're going to cook in. And this does have a clamp, but what makes this unique is because of that powerful magnetic base, you can actually stick it right in the middle of your pot or your container or whatever that you're cooking in, and so it just gives you a little bit more flexibility. And again, everything that I read about this is that people like is the size. This one is apparently the smallest sous vide machine on the market. So it says there's over 100 recipes if you use the app. So anyway, let's go ahead and pull this off, and or push it through there. Okay, so all right, so I am removing the sleeve. And now we're greeted with a black box that says Joule sous vide, perfect food every time. And let's see here. So here it says open. And let's see here. I'm going to go ahead and open it. Say hello to your little friend. I'm not joking. That is actually what it says right there inside the box. When I open up the flap, it says, all right, so now we have, I guess, a whole little sort of checklist here. And you can see inside the box here, it actually has this nice plastic tray that it was in that was sort of cushioning it. And here is the actual device itself. So hard to believe that this little thing, this little cylindrical thing is going to do some amazing cooking. So here it is in its own little bag. We'll take that out, and this is it. So you can see there is a clip on the back here so that you can actually use that to clip it onto the side of a pot or whatever. Here's your cord. And then I guess on the bottom here is the magnetic base. Now, like I said, this device is all app controlled, so there are no displays or anything other than there's a little light, I guess it comes on here at the top, and that basically tells you that it's operating. So I'm really anxious to see how this thing works and how the app is going to interface with this. This front right here, I guess, is where the water comes out, because this heats water up, and then it circulates that heated water through here, and it will maintain it at a constant temperature, which again allows you to do some very precision cooking, especially for things like steaks, chicken, stuff like that. But one of the things about the app is it has a visual doneness capability, so that you can actually use the app and tell the app that let's say you're going to do a steak and you want it medium rare, you can tell the app to cook your steak to medium rare, and it will do that for you. So the whole idea with this, again, is that you're supposed to have your food cooked exactly the way that you want it every time that you use this device. So let's see, other than that, inside here, there is a little booklet, and this is actually the user's manual. So let's see here. And again, I'll just kind of hold this up. Inside the flap here, it says Joule Anatomy, and kind of gives you a breakdown of you're supposed to download the app, and then you cook and all that sort of stuff. So what we're going to do is give this thing a try, and I'll probably try and document my cooking with this as best I can, because I'm really extremely excited to see how this thing works. I'm a real sucker for kitchen gadgets anyway. Another thing that a lot of people like about this is that you can easily stick it in a kitchen drawer. So as I stated, I'm going to use this tonight for the first time for my dinner, and this is what I'm going to use to test it out. But this was, I guess because it was near the date, this is an Angus filet mignon cut. So we'll give this a shot and, see how good of a job this does. As it turns out, I forgot a very essential part of this process, and that is installing the app on my phone, because as I mentioned in the video earlier, you can't operate this thing without the app. So I did a quick flip through the manual here, and it doesn't really talk about that so much, but it does have English and French instructions. So, and let's see here if the box has any sort of information about the app. Let's see here. It just smartphone or tablet, Bluetooth required. I don't see anything about that. I just need to look for the, I guess, the Joule app. I am an Android user, so I'm going to go into the Play Store here, and let's see here. We're going to go Joule. Let's see here, Joule. Sous vide by Chef Steps, okay? So I'm going to, so I found it, and I'm actually going to install it. And let's see here. For that steak, I'm thinking this is probably going to be the one to use. This one right here, this medium size. So all right, I am opening the app. It says here, say hello to Joule. All right, yep, say hello to Joule. And I'm going to be creating an account. Let's see here, it says next. So here it says, welcome to the Joule app. And let's see here. So we're going to go through these steps real fast, and let's see here. So use this checklist to get set up and start cooking with one of our beginner guides. Okay. All right, so connect Joule with your phone. I'm guessing you probably have to plug it in. Grab a pot, add warm water, put Joule in the pot, and connect to Joule. So we're going to have to do that, and I'll be back shortly after we have done that. Anyway, so that's it for the unboxing, and we will proceed on to the cooking. So I have rinsed off the Joule, and what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and stick it in this pot of water. All right, so I have that in the pot, and we're going to connect. All right, so press the button atop the Joule to get started. Okay. So it's saying that the Bluetooth is connected, and so now I'm going to name my Joule. All right, so it says Joule is ready for an upgrade. So we're going to connect to Wi-Fi. So now it is doing the update. Okay, it is restarting the Joule. Okay, great. All right, I'm done. Okay, so yep, I have connected. Yep. So what we're going to do is we're going to do beef. All right, let's go with the basic steak. So see, this actually has a step-by-step with pictures and everything. It's actually got videos that shows you how to how to do this. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to put I guess I'm going to stop the video, and then I'm going to clean one of these silicone bags, and I'll be right back. So now here I have followed what they said to do, which is to put I'm actually using the half-gallon stasher bag here, but I have seasoned my steak, put a little bit of olive oil in there, and so now I'm going to use the app to get things going. So now I'm going to set the temperature on the Joule, and let's see here. All right, so here is where the doneness thing tells me. So, and there's again a video. So, and I actually want my steak to be medium rare. So, this tells me 129 degrees. And so, what I'm going to do is go ahead and set the temperature. Okay. And then I'm going to set the time. Okay, and how thick is this steak? This is a precise cooker or precision cooker, so I want to be as precise as possible because, you know, if you're wrong, that could screw things up. So it's an almost 2-inch thick steak. Okay, and it says it's going to take it 2 hours. I am starting the Joule. Keep your volume up so you can hear notifications. You'll be prompted when to add your food. Here's what it says, get cooking, and I know this is probably going to be out of focus, but so here we go. And there it goes. And so it's actually preheating the water. And it's going to tell me when to actually add this food. That little hole in the bottom there is where it's recirculating the water through, and it's heating up the water for me. And so the phone will tell me when it is time to actually add the steak. Something I just realized is that because I didn't scroll down all the way, if you look at this here, if you scroll down, it actually will keep a track for you. So it tells you that you started, tells you what time you started. So in my case, I started it at 5:50, and then it's going to tell me when the water is heated, and it says something here. It says I can add my food now, and then the timer will automatically start. So I guess I could go ahead and do that. All right, so I decided to go ahead and add the food because it says that I guess this is a new feature that you can add the food anytime and tell it to start, and then it will actually tell you, I mean, it'll actually automatically start the timer when your food is, when it's ready to go, I guess, or when the water is heated up. So this thing's actually heating pretty fast. You can see here that it's already up to 121 degrees, the water is. And if I scroll down here, so it says I added the food at 5:56, and then it's going to tell me when the water's heated. So again, this is app-based cooking. So we'll check back on it here and see how it turns out. So now it looks like the timer has started. It's telling me that my meal will be ready at 8 p.m. A little bit later than what I normally like to eat, but you know what? We're gonna give this thing a test, and once it's done here, I will let you know how it turns out. So here it is. The app is telling me that it's done. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to heat up my Foreman grill, and I'm going to give it a quick sear on the Foreman grill before I actually eat it. So I'm going to finish it now on the Foreman grill before eating it. So I'm going to set that up, and then we'll be back. So here is what the steak looks like after I've pulled it out of the pot where it was cooking. And what I'm going to do is put it over here on the grill and sear it for like a minute. And since this is a Foreman grill, it really will only take a minute to do it. So we're going to open the lid. I'm going to put a little bit of butter on it. Okay, so we're going to put some here. You can tell it's hot because the butter is melting. And add that there. Close the lid. Okay, there we go. See? Didn't realize that all you had to do was holding down the damn button. Okay, so now it's doing sear, and that honestly is probably enough. I mean, because again, you don't want to go crazy with this. Although, yeah, it honestly looks like it could maybe go another second, another like maybe 30 seconds. That should be enough. Okay, so here we go. Let me move this butter out of the way. The presentation is not going to be fancy. I apologize for that, but we're going to pull it off of the grill. I guess it's now time for the moment of truth. Here we go. I'm about to cut into it, and ooh, look at that. That looks fantastic. I mean, yeah, there's a little bit of fat in there, but look at that. I mean, that right there is the reason why I bought this thing, because I love me a good medium rare steak, and if I can make restaurant quality medium rare steaks at home, then I am excited about this thing. I figured now is the time to taste it, and I have intentionally not added anything else to this. I didn't put any additional salt. I mean, other than the seasoning with the olive oil, and I use some steakhouse seasoning when I put it in the bag. I put that in there with a little bit of olive oil, and then when I pulled it out, I put it on the grill with some butter, and just did the sear. So there's no seasoning besides that, no additional salt, no steak sauce, nothing. I just wanted to taste it right as it came out of the bag. So here we go. That is fantastic. That right there sells me on this device, especially at the price I got it for. The Joule is fantastic. I really like the app-based cooking. The fact that you can basically say, this is what I want it to look like, and well, you saw the picture, and you can see that it looks like, I mean, it looks just like it did in the, this is a medium rare, and so I definitely, like I said, I'll be doing more steaks, and I'm gonna try some chicken. I even bought a pork tenderloin to try cooking with that method. So I'm really excited to see how the sous vide device works with something like a pork tenderloin. So I'll probably have that in a follow-up video. So anyway, I'm gonna finish off this steak now, and you know, I'll be back again soon. If you want to see more of these kind of videos, please let me know in the comment section, and don't forget to hit the like button, and please subscribe to my channel. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you again soon.